So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Westminster Room and welcome to an afternoon focused upon remote care. Just before we begin, I just want you all to just take a moment and admire the fact they've revealed Big Ben just for us. It's a beautiful space. If you've been in here this morning, the lights changed and they're glowing nicely for us. So I hope you're comfortable. I'm just welcoming the first panel onto the stage. And this is going to be a really, I hope, enjoyable and informal discussion session, really. So thank you very much for joining the afternoon session focused upon remote care. I'd like to extend a really warm welcome to every one of you. And I'm, as your chair, going to be steering you through a jam-packed afternoon with excellent speakers and expert panellists. We are in for a real treat. I anticipate the sharing of thoughtful opinion, compassionate leadership, entrepreneurial tales, and some really important and insightful reflections. But also, we'll be looking ahead together as we welcome this week the publication of the Elective Recovery Delivery Plan. I'm hoping you'll feel comfortable to join in this big conversation with us this afternoon, and there will be time for short interjections of questions and answer. My name is Melanie Martin, and I'm proud to say that I've worked in the NHS for over 25 years. My portfolio career began and I trained as a physiotherapist in 1993, not far over the river. I've enjoyed a portfolio career that's led me to a TOPL fellowship when during the pandemic I was working leading as product owner the scaling of a remote monitoring service. So I feel I'm going to enjoy this afternoon as much as you. I have experienced firsthand from the front line both the challenges and the opportunities to think and do things differently. And as many of you here today, I'm passionate about making a difference, as I'm sure you all are. So coming through the pandemic together, now is the time to really make the lasting changes that can reduce health inequalities and also to reduce the burden on our workforce. But also we can aspire to take the best bits that technology can offer us to support and transform our population health and our health and care system. I now share my real-world experience as a senior delivery manager. So hung up my blue and white uniform just a few months ago. And I'm working with the newly formed Transformation Directorate within NHS England Improvement. I'm proud to do so, where I support my colleagues from across the system to embrace and enable the development and design of remote care digital models. Our work under the programme of supporting people at home has overseen the development of priority digital pathways and virtual wards. And we all, I'm sure, enjoyed hearing from Barry, who was front and centre of our stage just this morning. We've worked really closely with our national clinical directors, supporting projects and programmes such as home blood pressure monitoring, teledermatology solutions, and eye care image integrations as just a few examples of the work that Supporting People at Home programme are delivering. We're all aware that the adoption of digital solutions to transform our clinical pathways is rapidly gaining pace in order to meet the high demand on patient care. And last year, NHSX was able to offer 35 successful applications to the Adoption Fund, support to deliver innovation projects that support current elective care priority pathways. I'm delighted to announce, under the remit of the new Digital Care Models team within the Transformation Directorate of NHS England and Improvement, that we are able to provide an additional £5.2 million worth of funding to build upon and expand this approach in enabling digital clinical pathways. This allocation of monies has been overseen by a truly multidisciplinary panel of clinical experts and our lived experience partners from across the country, and that really do support the three priority pathways of perioperative care, musculoskeletal and gastroenterology. The details, if you are interested further in these supported projects, are now available on the Transformation Directorate website and will be announced across social media. Together, our long-term aim is to build a community of practice around successful adoption fund projects in order to support the implementation and the sharing of learning across ICSs. These programmes will also be evaluated to ensure that they have positive impact upon patient and clinical outcomes, and whether they are truly value for money for the NHS. Through the last 2 years, I think we all agree, we have seen a rapid growth in the use of technology to solve the problems of reaching, speaking and connecting with our patients. This has been welcomed, but we are really perhaps at the start of the journey on testing how technologies can really transform the patient journey. As the NHS faces another challenge with elective recovery, we now need to go further. I think we all agree, putting data and digital at the heart of the NHS and health and care system future. Now, I'd like to turn our attention to this afternoon's fantastic programme. As I said to you, I think we're spoilt with our view, and we're even more spoilt with our fantastic speakers and panellists that are coming up. We truly do have a multidisciplinary team to hear from, who will tell their stories about the work that they are leading, enabling and generally supporting. You're going to hear from work that supports the integration of remote monitoring technology in looking after the physical health of those with mental health problems and learning disabilities. You're going to hear about the unique work of the Citizens Atrium in Lincolnshire. You're also going to hear about delivering the AI roadmap and the potential impact that has on integrated care. You're going to hear about the future of personalised care, which is a really key part of the NHS going forward. And we're also going to hear about how digitally enabled patients, digitally enabled patients take greater control over their care.